Hello everybody, welcome to my review of Asteroid Bounty Hunter. Sort of like a first impressions as well, but anyway, here we go. So first things first, this is not sponsored content, though I did get a key from the developers to make a review of this, so here we are. Spent about an hour and a half into this game, so I kind of know what the general gist of things is. Anyway, Asteroid Bounty Hunter is sort of an action-adventure, space shoot-'em-up, side-scrolling game reminiscent of classics like Tyrant, of which I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Gunbird, but also more like recent games such as Humans Must Answer, Jets and Guns, you know. Anyway, the game is developed by Just 1337 Studio, I suppose that's supposed to be pronounced Just Lead Studio. Also created the game Shiplord, basically Space Dodger, so no shooting there. The art style is reminiscent of what you'll be seeing here, which game is also on Steam for €8 if you like what you see here. There's more to be seen than just this from this developer. It's published by QP Key. Anyway, going to details. The story, it's kind of like the space cowboy type laid back kind of thing. I kind of got the same vibe that I got from a series like Cowboy Bebop or Outlaw Star. Like, yeah, I'm a badass and stuff like that, and I'm really laid back about the whole situation. But hey, we still got a job to do kind of thing. So our main protagonist is kind of living from bottle to bottle, taking jobs in between, shooting down asteroids that may cause problems for nearby planets, whilst you're also destroying rival bounty hunters, but more on that will be delivered through the story, which is told through little vignettes in the game. Also, there are obviously more to the story than what you can see at the start. As I said, the story is told through vignettes and some nice voice work, of which we'll probably be seeing a bit of later. But anyway, that's probably enough for now. Let's actually get into a game. Alright, so I booted up a level so you can see what's going on. Normal levels are split into two major parts. First of all, fighting bounty hunters, as you can see here, and shooting asteroids, your actual job, so to say. We'll be switching from one to another in a quite rapid pace. But anyway, let's go over the HUD below. First of all, bottom left is your current level. Every time you level up, you get another skill point which you can use to upgrade your weapons. Experience is gained by shooting asteroids, and I believe also shooting bounty hunters. The more health the asteroid has, the more experience you get from it. I believe the same thing will count for your bounty hunter, in between quotes, buddies as well. And then you have those green orbs, which are mastery points, which you can stick into overall upgrades. More on that later when we actually go visit the upgrade screens. Next on the HUD is your shields, that does regenerate over time. If that drops to 0, you're dead. But something interesting does happen when you die. More on that a bit later. I'm probably just going to show that off. Then you have your weapons. First thing is your basic attack. A blue rapid firing laser gun with low damage, low cooldown. You can have a max of 3 on screen, so hitting your enemies and getting up close into their grill is your best bet with this one. Then you have the plasma spheres, I believe they were called. We've seen those already as well, just 3 rotating balls of fire. Can be used to take down enemies that are out of the normal weapon range. Then you have the death laser. Yes, it's actually called the death laser. How cool is that? High DPS laser beam with a relatively high cooldown. And then you have your finishing move, which I'm not sure if we'll be seeing here. But basically just fire, I believe it's around 16 missiles around you, starting from the center of the screen. So not around you, but from the center of the screen. Ah, there it goes. You'll be able to see it here. The asteroids getting stronger thing is something that happens over time, makes asteroids harder to hit. Also, well, not hard to hit, just gives them more HP, but also gives you more experience as you destroy them, kind of to artificially make the game more difficult as you go along. Probably put in there so you couldn't just keep on going. You can make it more difficult than you, obviously, by waiting. Just keep in mind, it can get really hectic later on, so you know. Top left, you got current music that's playing. You can skip tracks, add your own tracks if you want to, which is kind of neat, I would say personally. But I've already mentioned that, didn't I? Anyway, but yeah, being able to change music on the fly is kind of handy if the track comes up that you really don't take a liking to. The thing that you can always see when I'm hitting stuff, that's obviously the current target's health, which is also an indicator of how much experience you'll get when you destroy it. What else did it say? Yes. Then there's the red bar. Obviously that's just tracking progress. On asteroid phase, as these are called, they track how many asteroids you've destroyed. And on boss levels it shows the boss's HP. The icon on the right just is an indicator of what level you're playing, should that not be clear enough to begin with. But anyway, that's either show an asteroid or a skull, depending on whether you're playing an asteroid level or a boss level. I think I'm about to finish this or get blown up. I'm not entirely sure which one of the two it is, but we'll be moving on to go and actually show you what happens when you actually do end up. Yeah, I did end up kicking the bucket, but I'll give you a more clear example on what happens on death. Just give me a second to load things up. Alright, so I booted up another level to show you something. Keep a good eye on my progress tracker as I'm about to go and kill myself. The reason I'm doing that is to show you what happens when you die in this game, which is something that you normally don't see in games of this type. So anyway, let's check 19, 20, 21, 23, and death. So normally this would just be a reset, right? So we're not going to do that. Okay, just click exit instead of restart, then that's fine. Starting on the same level. And as you can see, we are now at 11 out of 110. So if you die, you lose 50% of your progress, but the game reverts back to easy. So what I mean by revert back to easy, not the difficulty, but any progress you had, as you'll probably once again see pop up shortly, will be set back to normal. So in theory, you don't have to go as far as you normally should if you want to plan it out in one go. Keep in mind though, that does come with other disadvantages, like experience is solely based on the health that your enemies have, that's being your asteroids and of course your fellow, in between quotes, bounty hunters. But it does mean you'll have an easier time to keep things, let's actually finish the level, meaning you'll less likely to hit a wall. Like I said before, there is no level cap. You keep on powering up your weapons as much as you want. The asteroids now getting stronger ×2. Yes, I don't believe it works the same way with bosses, so you might run into some problems there. We'll show off a boss fight rather soonish. For now, we're just gonna finish the level, let you get a bit more of a feel for the game. I suppose we do have to talk about downsides and stuff like that as well, but we can wait on that for a little bit longer, I believe. Yeah. So the game really needs to be seen as a casual thing, right? Something you just hop into, go blow up some stuff, get some of that frustration out of you for having a rough day at work or school or whatever it is. Game is priced at €4.80. I'm not entirely sure how that translates to other currencies, but that's the price that currently stands on Steam, which is a decent price range, honestly. The visuals you get and stuff like that, the story being told, I think it's really worth its price. And do keep in mind, because it's in the cheaper price range, you gotta accept some of the potential flaws you might find. I'll be sure to give a few of those that I found myself. The developers are still looking for ways to improve upon, so by all means, if you've played this or you've seen this and you've got any form of complaints or questions and stuff like that, you're free to contact them. I've noticed they are really active on the forums, which really is a nice thing to behold. It's something you generally don't have often. And the weapon you're now about to see is that final blast. Long cooldown, but as you can see, it's also really darn powerful. So it's, you know, crap, I'm surrounded, save me, please. And occasionally it will save you. Otherwise, it really won't. Let's continue the looking at things a bit. So yeah, as you can see, a nice balance between dodging and shooting asteroids versus dodging and shooting bullets and enemies. Levels are procedurally generated, so it's not like you can strategize going like, ah, that asteroid's gonna come from there now. No. Enemy waves, asteroid waves, the intervals in which they happen is all random. I suppose we'll also have to go about some more general things like, I can't believe I actually forgot about that, but probably because I'm really not too much of a critic on that front. But the visuals, I mean, they look great, alright? Not much to be said. Maybe enemy ships and your own ships could look a bit better. John. But, you know. Anyway, let's go look at the upgrade screen and stuff like that now. Welcome to the level select screen. As you can see, 25 levels. 4 levels in a boss phase. That's the way things go. But anyway, we're here for upgrade points. You got 2 different sets. First of all, you got your general upgrade points. This is where you can upgrade different stats on your ship. So shield durability, shield regeneration, your basic attack, which was the blue laser, the photon swarm, the death ray, and then the final blast. I believe those just upgrade damage or DPS or damage per hit. You can spec the way you want to. I'm usually going for basic attack most of the times, because you know you're using that one the most, and it seemed like it would make the most sense. Then you have your global point upgrade points, which I believe just upgrades everything. Also where you can unlock the other ships. Here you can just increase your shields, pool, cooldown and stuff like that. Unlock new ships, which give you a bonus to certain things. As you can see, I'm more of a damage kind of guy, so that's where all my points went to. I believe you have to stock up those mastery points rather than spend them, but again, I'm not entirely sure. You can also see your level, amount of experience you have. Anyway, moving on to a boss phase. Let's just pick the first one, so you can see a bit of the story here as well. What I meant with the nice vignettes. I'll shut up now.
Can't we just dodge it?
I tried that already, but it seems like it's following us. What the hell is going on?
Oh man. Charge the shields fast. An old friend is collecting it dead.
Oh no, you didn't.
Did you really just said that?
I told you so talk later. I hope you charge my shields.
John, my old friend. Long time no see. I guess you still don't have the money to pay me back. But no worries. I will collect this time. Your ship and your head. That old trash will add a nice collection to my debris field.
I've considered to settle this peacefully. But no one will call my lady old trash.
I guess you can...
He used some kind of a field disruption to keep the debris field close to him. Be cautious.
I guess you can see where I got that cowboy feeling from, huh? Anyway, time for a boss fight. As you can see, the thing on the right now becomes a health bar. And, of course, these are different. They tend to turn into bullet hell shooters. At least this first one did. The second one really kicked my teeth in. This is why I'm not really showing you that one just yet. You might be saying that I'm doing really well here, but keep in mind this isn't the first.
Scatter shot coming right up.
Some in-game voice work as well.
Don't you got anything better than that? You do know I'm actually a pretty damn good pilot.
But yeah, this isn't the first time I played a shoot 'em up of this genre. But yeah, I thought it would be well worth to show off the boss fights, probably because they do really differ a lot from the actual normal levels. They also really differ from one another. So this one became a bullet hell. The second one became something completely different. I'm not going to be showing them off because, you know, they are a good selling point to this game, and if you can just see everything, where would the fun in that be? Progress here, I don't believe is safe, so you're gonna have to kick the boss out in one go. But I think we are getting close to ending this. We'll finish off the boss fight, and then we'll go back to the main menu and talk about the likes and dislikes that I personally thought I had with this game after 1.5 hours of gameplay. I will be playing more of this game, even though my job is technically done with this game. So, I mean, that's already a good point, right? If I'm interested in continue playing, what more could you possibly want then? But yeah, this boss didn't stand a chance against me, because I've already beat it, and because, you know, it's an introduction boss, so nothing too hard there, huh? Anyway, let's head back to the main menu. Time for a final statement. It's a solid game, easy to get into as a casual game should be, and capable of providing a challenge for those who seek it. The absence of a level cap means its progress is really only halted by a combination of skill and patience. Too hard? Well, beat some levels and get stronger. Too easy? Play on a higher difficulty. Graphics wise, it looks really good. The music and everything in the game is solid as well, though I'm not a big fan of dubstep myself, but hey, different strokes for different folks. I really took a liking to the main menu theme though. Anyway, the fact that there is an actual way of skipping the tracks sounds minor, but I actually do find it very useful in most games. We'll have some tracks I like, some you don't, and being able to skip past those you don't is just a nice little extra thing to have. And if you don't like the music at all, well, hey, you can change it. Put the tracks in that you do like to hear. We all know that that isn't the same as just having your music playing in the background, since the game itself will lower the volume when it becomes necessary and stuff like that, so you don't have to do it for yourself. There's also innate control support, which I forgot to mention. Always a nice thing to have. You can also rebind controls on the controller, which is something you can't really always do, surprisingly enough. But anyway, the game has a nice pace to it, switching between dodging and shooting asteroids to, well, dodging and shooting bounty hunters. Okay, that didn't sound great, but the boss levels are really do switch things up. I've only seen 2 of them, and yeah, they really take a different approach to the game than the other levels did. Price to quality is something that in theory shouldn't be factoring into all of this, but considering the game costs less than €5, seeing what we got for that price range, it would be a mistake not to mention it. I've seen plenty of games priced a lot higher than that really didn't look all as good as this one did. Obviously there are some negatives as well, which I really should cover as well. There really is only one big one, and that is lack of variety. And I don't mean just the asteroid levels, as they are called in this game, like Asteroid Bounty Hunter, Asteroid Bounty Hunter, until you get the required number of asteroids destroyed, but the ships themselves, the ship weaponry. I've actually went back and checked some of the different ships, which you unlock by getting X amount of mastery points overall, not in stock as I inherently thought. I just forgot to click select them when I tried to do that. But yeah, the other ships just had the exact same weapons. Some variety in there might have been welcome, since the way it is now, it seems the only change you get between ships is that they're just straight upgrades from the previous one by getting increasingly higher bonuses in several stats, like in damage, shields, pool, and shield recovery, I believe, or the cooldown, anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, the only difference is your ship just gets better. Nothing changes, just better stats. Which is a shame. It probably isn't too hard to create some extra weapons there. But anyway, another small thing, whilst it does have controller support and being able to switch buttons around, stuff like that, you weren't able to set a dead zone. I know it's a minor thing, but my controller is getting up there in age, so, you know, everything's starting to get a little bit wonky. And you could tell that my ship was just casually floating away when I wasn't moving. Something you really should be doing in a game that's all about dodging, but still, small dead zone might be helpful. All in all, though, I feel like I can really recommend this game for looking for a good casual shoot 'em up in the lower price range. And that's going to be it for my admittedly bit discoherent, because we don't generally do reviews all that much. But yeah, for my review of Asteroid Bounty Hunter. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the game, and if my review helped you gain some clarity on what this game is all about. This has been Biohazard 063. Thank you guys for watching.